coffee. Coffee with Tim Black. Yes, I am. Coffee. Coffee with Tim Black. All right, guys, how you doing? My name is Tim Black. Welcome to Tim Black at Night Show. Yes. Hey, everybody, what's going on? My people on Facebook, my people on YouTube. You in the house. You did it again. I appreciate y'all. I do. I got to make sure that the volumes are correct. I was blowing out earbuds. I was blowing out eardrums earlier. I don't want to make that mistake tonight. Because I'm going to go in tonight, but I don't want to blow out eardrums. So if you're there on YouTube, first of all, I'm sorry. Manners, Tim Black. Manners. Welcome, everybody on Facebook. What's up, Facebook? Give it up for Facebook. Volume is super low now. You can't even hear the claps. The claps. Don't catch the claps. Let me hear from my people on YouTube. What's up, YouTube? How y'all doing? Hope that wasn't too loud. Okay. Bear with me if you're a new watcher to the show. Give me like 30 seconds to get some feedback from my audience to see if it's too loud. It's Timmy time. I hear you fine. Is it better? Okay, so he says they hear me fine. Good enough. Thank you. Who said that? Roseanne Mortarana in the house. Rosanna Mortarana. Oh, man. All right, guys, so tonight is an edition of Tim Black. I was thinking. Number 7. All right, so the I was thinking series, guys, is a series that's dear to my heart. It's where I just put it on the line. There's no script writers. You know, there's no executives talking to me in booths. Well, Tim Black, we need to have a discussion about your format here. What was that piece you did on such and such? And what exactly do you think you're doing here, Tim Black? There's none of that. There's nobody calling me up, trying to influence me. Hey, man, I don't like what you said about T.I., man. That brother's real, man. None of that. None of that, you know, intellectual black guy calling me up. Yo, what's up, man? Tim Black. My brother, I just don't understand. Obviously, you are brainwashed in the coonism. Yeah, none of that. None of that. I'm not listening to none of it. I Was Thinking segment is dedicated to you, the viewer, who wants unbridled, unregulated, unmitigated truth from somebody that you think gets it. And I may prove you wrong, but I'm about to do it. I'm about to do it, y'all. Okay, so here it is. All that dramatics. Listen, man. We have a situation going on in this country, and you may have heard of it, Facebook. You may have ran across this. I don't know if you have. YouTube, you may have ran across it. It's this thing called zero tolerance. Zero tolerance, man. You know, we got these labels. We got the zero tolerance where we don't respect one another, not truly. I mean, we pretend to respect each other in private, in polite society. In front of people, we pretend to respect one another, but typically what I'm seeing is a lack of respect for one another. And part of that is due to pressure that we're feeling, right? Because we got the media telling us one thing, the media telling us another thing, and people are running off a script. So for me, let's put a point to this. Let's put a fine point on this argument. I had to really think what the alt-left was. Right? What's the alt-left? I had to really try to come to terms with what alt-left is, because I'm hearing people who are conservative talk about being alt-left, these alt-leftists. Right? In fact, Tommy Loren, she brought this up when I was on her show. She said that the alt-left is calling anyone conservative alt-right. And it's not right. You know? Tommy, as much labeling as she does, it's kind of weird for her to have a problem with people labeling her, but, hey, we can always see the faults of others. Very rarely do we see our own faults, right? So she should check herself on that, which is what I told her on her show. But she's right. She's got a point. Just because I disagree with you on other stuff don't mean you got a point there. People are they're looking at people on the conservative side of the spectrum, Trump voters, for instance, maybe, right? And they're saying, you guys are all right. Well, the alt-right's doing the same thing with these people that I don't even know who they are. Alt-left. I don't know. Is that what people call me? Alt-left? I don't know if that's what they call me. I thought you just called me Tim Black, but maybe you call me alt-left. I don't know. You call me alt-middle? I don't know. What alt-right? What is this? Everybody has a different level, a name for another group of people. And really what we have is people you disagree with. Let's give it up for people you disagree with. Because that's really what the beef is, right? Like somebody gave you a term, you ran with the term, but basically it's just a term you want to use on these people that you don't seem to see eye to eye with. And you know what? And to prove my point on that, let me just say this. Most of the people you call alt-right, unless they're completely just kooky, they don't even know what it is. Like they have not defined it. Even if they call themselves alt-right, they don't know what that is unless you are a person, right? Who's deranged, right? And I don't even want to say deranged. Just somebody locked into that mindset, right? Because you're functional. You just believe some stuff that's usually based in fallacy or have truths or some statistics you read on somebody's website about other groups of people. But the thing is this, guys. This is it. These people who you are labeling you, and all we got is a bunch of labels, and we got alt-left, we got alt-right, and we got political correctness, we got all this stuff. And you know what? Somebody got to stand up and say all of it is bullshit. All of it is wrong. All of it leads us nowhere. All of it is manufactured by the media to keep us running around, chasing our tails. Who controls the media? These corporations, the powers that be, got you running around, chasing your tail, chasing your brother on issue after issue, flare-up after flare-up. And at the end of the day, what do we have? We just got a bunch of people getting nowhere. Nowhere. And the thing is, when you label people, what they tend to do is they'll dig in to that ideology. Instead of learning something new, they're going to dig in just to prove you wrong. So you say I'm alt-right, okay, I'm going to really be alt-right, and I'm going to fight for my right to be alt-right. And we got to start unpacking this stuff, man, because we ain't getting nowhere, man. I'm not in this business to be sitting around here perpetrating and spreading this toxic garbage into the airwaves. That's not my thing. My thing tonight is to try to knock some of it out, try to vaporize some of it. You get it? I want you to know, people on the alt-right or alt-left, wherever you put yourself, there are these people that go to these protests. They wear these black masks. This is fact. I've had a number of people approach me today and say, Tim, remember in that video you were asking, are there provocateurs in these protests? There definitely are. I can guarantee you that. I've seen them. And it's not one or two of them. It's several of them. You've seen them on film. Those people travel in packs. They come to agitate, break stuff, incite people to do bad things, to create havoc, to wreak havoc. Now, what I cannot confirm to you is that those people are paid to do it. But I have been told they are paid to do it, but I have no way to confirm that. All I can tell you is that there are people who show up at these events with no other intention but to cause drama. And I don't mean drama like saying bad things. I'm talking about drama like destroying crap. So while you're looking at your TV in the comfy confines of your own house, and you're pointing at the screen saying, there go those stupid alt-leftists go, those people typically, or the ringleaders of the devastation or destruction, are not those people. And if it are those people, they are being provoked by these black masked people that show up at these rallies, that show up at these protests for no other purpose than to what? To keep us divided. You need to know this, so as you make your judgments, you judge it correctly. Judging people is human. I can't tell you to stop judging people. You got to judge. It's a part of survival. I think it's been with us, the species, the human species, forever. We had to be able to judge, will that lion eat me? Does he have teeth? That's what my mom used to say. Does he have teeth? Well, he can bite you then. But we had to have this ability to make judgments. But we take it too far, man. We taking it to the extreme. And once again, at the end of the day, who's winning? So the alt-right, these people they call the alt-right, look, man, anyone who preaches hate, anyone who preaches that, but here's the thing. These people who preach hate, they say they don't preach hate. Okay? They say, oh, no, it's not hate. This is just facts. This is just how I feel. This is just my belief. I don't hate anyone. You don't hate anyone? When you talk about people need to leave the country, right? To that person you're saying that to, that's probably hate. So maybe you need to reclassify what you think hate is. Some people who just got here a few generations ago, right, all of a sudden claim that they have ownership of this land that my family was brought here as slaves on, brought here to be slaves upon, made us slaves here. But all of a sudden this is your land. I'm trying to understand where that even come from. So we start digging down this hole. It ain't nothing but a bunch of vitriol going to come out of it. The point is this. We are here now. You here, I'm here. What you want to do? Do you want to move forward or you want to move backwards or what you trying to do? You want to throw a label on me? Well, I'll throw a label on you. And this blind man fighting blind man, blind woman fighting blind woman, blind man fighting blind woman. It's blind on blind crime. So I'm just really trying to unpack it. I'm like, okay, so if you got the alt-right, these people, I don't even know if I want to use the term anymore. Because I haven't met a single person except for this idiot on my thumbnail that was dumb enough to say I'm alt-right, knowing it has a negative connotation. Knowing it's a negative label. And I'm not just talking about kids on the internet who think it's cool to be counter, what they call it, what's the word for it? Counterculture. They think it's cool to be different, to be a rebel. They go around in comment sections pissing people off. I'm not talking about those people. Those are children. Those are people who haven't grown up yet. Those are child. You're a child. You're a prepubescent, provocateur, keyboard commando. I'm talking about those people who are grown, who should know better, who think any attention is good attention, whether it be negative, positive, hateful, or whatever. So those people. But as I'm looking at this, I'm saying, okay, why do these people on this side of the equation, however you look at it, because they do have some ideological differences in these people, why do these people hate these people? Some of you guys dislike people on the left just because you heard that's the thing to do. Because you watch a certain type of brand of media, and this is why I come down on the media, is not just do it just because it's easy, it's because it's true. It's because these people got these ideas from somewhere, and typically they get it from the media. So these media people tell them these people are causing all this trauma. These people have made your life unbearable because these people believe in political correctness. You can't say nothing. Anything you say will be held against you in a public forum, on the internet, or in regular life, or get your job taken away because you said the wrong thing that they ain't like, or whatever. And everything you say, if you disagree with them, you are racist. And that's their argument. And if you look at their argument, taking your emotion out of it, that would suck. It would suck to be on that side and think that all these people want you to lose your home, your house, your children, your way of life, your positions, your careers, your money, everything in your life, and now you can't even talk. And don't get me wrong, some of you don't need to be talking because you're horrible. Like you're talking a bunch of hate speech. You're still running around talking about Obama's a Muslim. He ain't even in office no more. You haven't stopped. You haven't stopped. And once again, it goes right back to media. But now in the pursuit of being equal time, we got the people on the left. And they've been watching too much media too. Oh, they've been watching too much media because, see, this is what they believe. They believe everybody on this side, and I mean everybody on this side, is either a racist, hate women, Islamophobe, hate gays, wants everybody to go to hell, or you're gonna burn in hell. It's a Bible screwball or something, or worse, a fascist or something of that measure. That's what they think. And where'd they get that idea from? Where'd that come from? That came from one place, and I keep telling you it's the same place. It comes from the media place. It comes from corporate media, once again, because they've been telling everyone that these people over here are the bad people. This is the problem. It's these people that think this stuff. These people who want to hold these group of people back, your group of people back. They want to stop you from getting married. They want to stop you from sitting where you want to sit. They want to stop you from, getting, having freedom, being able to live your life. Being able to enjoy your time, which is very limited on this earth. And you know what? I don't care if you are on this side of the equation, to think that's a reality for those people, to put yourself in their position for a minute, you got to admit, that would kind of suck. It would kind of suck if you actually believe that all these people kind of hate you, that these people think you are lesser than because of your color, your gender, because of your sexuality, because of any of that. Because of you worship or you don't worship a God or whatever, that these people think this horrible of you, this lowly of you, that these people are fighting to take away your rights and to limit your happiness. That'd be a horrible way to live life. See, what we got to do for this thing to work, what I'm trying to do here, is I'm trying to make people look what it's like to be on the other side of this thing. And for us to stop just looking at it from our point of view. See, you have to realize, if you want to look, here's the thing though. For this to have any hope at all, you got to actually want it to help. You got to actually want to have less division. Because some people say they want less division, but they don't, because they identify with it. They've been strong. Look, they've been down for so long. They done so much with so little that they just used to that. They used to the fight. But the real fight, guys, it's not hard to hate someone. It's not hard to jump into groups and sides. What's hard is taking the time to look at individuals as individuals and judging people based on a individual basis, a one-on-one basis, and not putting everybody in groups. That's hard, because that requires patience. That requires you having to do something people hate to do. That requires checking yourself. Oh, people love to check other people. They hate checking themselves. They're quick with the check on you. They're quick to tell you that you ain't nothing. They're quick to tell you what you need to correct, but they don't want to do self-inspection. No self-awareness. And let's just admit it, guys. Self-awareness is hard because it leaves you vulnerable. It makes you question your belief system. Who wants to do that? People who want to get it right. That's who. You, if you want to do right. You, if you want to be part of the solution, not the problem. You, if you actually want to be effective, not just spew stuff, not just post stuff on Facebook, post it on Twitter and Instagram. You, if you really want to have an impact that's positive, Facebook. I believe, as most of the time, regardless of what it is, the truth lies in the middle. The truth lies in the middle. That's what I used to tell myself. I don't even know if that's true. Some people can just be wrong. It don't have to be a middle ground on it. It doesn't have to be a middle ground on it, right? Some things. To say the truth lies in the middle is just convenience. Because reality, some things there is no middle for. I mean, if you're actually advocating for someone to have pain in their life just so you could be a little bit more convenienced, well, you know what? There ain't no middle on that. You're wrong. You're wrong. So all I can say is that whether you're on the left or you're on the right, as a friend of yours, and I am your friend, I mean you no harm. I want you to live well and prosper. I want you to do just like Spock said. I want you to have an enjoyable life. I want you to live every minute and love your family and love, just experience all the great things in life. That's what I want for you. I wish no one harm. I don't care where you come from, what you worship, what you drive, if you don't drive, how tall you are, how short you are, if you sit down, if you go to the bathroom or stand up. I don't care about none of that. None of that's not how I roll. But at the end of the day, man, we got to start seeing each other as human beings. And we got to see when we are being played. You need to know when you are being played. You got to know it. You got to wake up. That's your obligation, to realize when you are being played. And I think a lot of us are being played. That's what I think. I think a lot of us are being played for fools. That's what I think. If you live down south and you think that every black person is a bum, you're being played. If you live up north and you believe that every white person down south want to string you up, you are being played. If you think that every person who's a Christian thinks you're a Muslim, you want to blow up something, you are being played. They put those people out front to give you that impression. They put that on the dial to get... See, fear makes money. When we going to realize fear makes money, man? As dangerous as this world is, you're more liable to fall in your bathtub than you are for anybody to throw any type of hand grenade, anything at you, or run in a shopping center, or any of that. You know that, right? Like, logic tells you driving is the most dangerous thing you're going to do all day. Driving and climbing out your shower. You already know that. You're a smart person. You know that. But fear. Hey, let me tell you a little bit about fear. I remember when I was coming up, there was a movie called The Day After. And it showed us what would happen to the world if it was a World War III, it was a nuclear bomb, a nuclear attack, and someone actually pressed the button. What would happen? Now, I was a kid when I saw that, but I could not forget that movie. I could not get the imagery out of my head from what I had saw for at least 6 months. I'd never seen anything like that. It was the first movie of its kind that had those type of images. I didn't grow up, I'm not that old. I didn't grow up with people hiding under desks doing bomb drills. That used to happen in America. Bomb drills, little kids. You see the old films, go to YouTube. Well, I didn't grow up in that era. I grew up in another era, which was the Russians gonna get us era. This is cyclical. You get it? It's cyclical. We've been here before. Now they're talking about it again. But fear is a very powerful tool. It'll give people the okay, all types of things they wouldn't normally do. Fear make you lock your door when a black guy walks by your car, right? Fear make you give the guy in the turban like 5 double looks walking down the street, right? Fear make you do a lot of things. Where'd that fear come from and why do you have it? Who gave it to you? Somebody gave you that. The people who made the movie the day after, they didn't make the movie to educate you. They made the movie to make money. It wasn't to save the whales. So when I was a kid having nightmares, and every time I heard a plane fly overhead, got scared and almost crapped my pants, it was not a favor. Neither is when they tell you need to be scared of Muslims and all this stuff. When we know, really, most of our terrorists are homegrown, and ain't nobody fixing that. Ain't nobody fixing that. And to all my Trump supporters, face it. That's the truth. Where's the bill on Jethro? Where's the bill on the guy that blows up America who's a white guy? There ain't no bill for that. Where's the ban on that? I need to know. In fact, my great-grandfather want to know too. Where'd that bill go? See, we don't have that bill. Real talk, y'all. I mean, come on, man. Come on. You know, the scariest person is probably just a regular guy, man. That's somebody else that you don't know, that you've been brainwashed to believe this person's the boogeyman. But we got to be safe. Why? Fear. So really, at the end of that, after I was thinking about that, I said, you know what? After I looked at it, I said, you know what? You can't blame people for being afraid, but you can't blame the people that try to scare them for no reason other than to scare them in order to get their vote or to get their dollar money at the movie or to get them to rent this thing or buy that thing or whatever. See what I'm saying? Like, you can't fault a person for being afraid of something. That's a natural instinct. But you can't fault the thing that's being used to scare them, right? Right? Especially when there's monetary gain behind it. And that's why I say we being played. And see, talking like this won't get you a lot of followers, a lot of views. It may get you locked up under this new era we have where they can just come get you. But it's the damn truth. It ain't sexy. See, when they're talking about FEMA camps, when they're talking about the shapeshifters, they putting this fear out there. When we all know the real fear is probably you got to live 3 doors down from you. That's your real fear. Or that lady who shouldn't have, I don't know. I don't even want to put it on the lady because of our society so warped. That guy who can't drive or had one too many, that's your fear. That should be your fear, right? Or that cheeseburger should be your fear. Because that's probably what's going to take you out. Just keeping it real with you. Or that pack of Marlboros. Or that pack of Newports. But see, that ain't, you can't make money. They're already killing you with it. They can't make money making you scared of the real thing that's going to take your life probably. They got to create boogeyman. When are we going to wake up? When are we going to wake up? People love saying woke. I got a t-shirt that says woke as food. A lot of people shouldn't buy that shirt because they really not. Because they think the enemy is external. They think the enemy is this guy that live a few states away. Really, truly, I believe the enemy is that thing that makes that person, that makes you think that. Because I know individuals from West Virginia. I'm telling you, I have the benefit of having this platform that I took sweat. And all my friends told me I couldn't build it. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Everybody told me I couldn't do it. Everybody said, why are you leaving that good job? You got that good job down there. I know you're not going to go on this thing. You crazy? My friend's like, Tim, I don't know what you're doing, man. Dog, you sure? You sure? You sure? It's going to take too long, man. You're going to be living on the streets, yo. Yo. But I hustled. I worked it. Back to our scheduled program. It takes us recognizing we're being played in order to counter, to unwire, to break the cycle. Because if we don't do it, if we don't break the cycle, people like me, Lee Camp, give a shout out to Lee Camp. He had me on the show today. He broke my losing streak with progressives because he's the first progressive, true big audience that had me on. So give it up for Lee Camp, man. I love him for it, man. And he'll be able to ask me for anything. See, that's how it works. Because I'm not going nowhere. So those who look out for me, I will look out for you. Perpetually. That's how I roll. That's how I pay it back. But back to this. It takes truth tellers, man. It takes truth tellers, man. It takes truth tellers. I need you to know that this platform that I built, and that's where I was going, this platform that I built has given me the opportunity to talk to people all over this country and beyond. It may not be something you get an opportunity to do. You live where you live. You talk to the people you talk to, the people you interact with on a daily basis. I know people who are very fair-minded from North Carolina, from South Carolina, to West Virginia, to New Jersey, to New York, to D.C., to Maryland, to Canada, all the way back down to the Midwest, out in Chicago. I know fair-minded, good people, hard-working people, people that just want a better life all over this country. I talk to more people than you do and have done so for almost 3.5 years, going on 4 years. I'm telling you, they are lying to you. There's good people all over this country. There's some hurting people too. So when you mix people that are hurting, plus people who are fearful because they keep getting all this information that tells you these people hate you and these people are out to kill you, what do you got, man? We are lucky that it's this bad and not worse. Because just imagine, look at the smorgasbord of what, like Lee said, the cornucopia of shit that we are in. Think about it. We got people who are financially in pain, some who can barely make their bills, who work more, make less. They got media telling them that these people hate them, that these people want to take everything from them, whether it be their guns, whether it be their religion, whatever. That's what they telling them. Even though under Obama, more guns been sold than ever. right? Even though we know that, I know that, you know that, that's fact. That's not what their media tells them. The media tells them not only are they broke, not only did their job go away, right? That these people hate them. These people think they're racist, which is pretty, like if you are not a racist and somebody calls you racist, it's like, I have to imagine it's very hurtful. At least if you don't see yourself as a racist. It's sort of like, because look, as a black guy, I get called things too. Here I am trying to speak up for black people saying, man, we shouldn't be herded by the Democratic Party. We need to have the option of voting for any party. That's freedom. And I got black people who are so locked into the Democrats because these entertainers and all these people told them that's the way to go. They say I'm a sellout, I'm a coon. So I have to imagine. And it's really painful because I'm fighting for you, idiot. I'm fighting for you. I'm doing this for you. Don't know white people care about me taking down T.I., man, or me calling out Snoop, who basically blew Donald Trump on a freaking stand on the freaking roast, basically gave Donald Trump a lap dance 3 years ago, and now he calls the guy a racist, a white nationalist, and you don't see through it. Now, I don't know if I'll admit, Trump said some things he shouldn't have said. He done some things he shouldn't have done. But a lot of stuff he said and did, he did before that roast, and he was Snoop's friend at the time, until it was no longer convenient to be his friend. Russell Simmons did the same thing. Russell Simmons posed with Trump, hung out with Trump, said that was his boy. Then when Trump got elected, all of a sudden, when Trump started running, and he would start beating Hillary's butt, because that's Russell Simmons' boy or woman. Because, look, I'm dropping some knowledge, man. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know Russell Simmons had the predatory loans with those credit cards, siphoning and stripping and grinding and running up in poor black people with no Vaseline with that stupid Rush card. And Debbie Wasserman Schultz was championing it and was passing that and was aboard that in Florida. And Tim Canova called out for it. But anyway, I'm getting off track. But what I'm saying is, if you're that guy in West Virginia, Mississippi, Kentucky, wherever you are, and people call you racist, and you feel in your heart and your body that you are not, it's got to be as painful as me being called a racist to my own people just because I'm trying to educate them. Just because I go against the idea that some people have been feeding to them for monetary gain. I make hardly anything, and they think these people who make all this money aren't doing something for money. But I relate to him. So we got to start relating to one another. We got to relate to one another. We got to see that this is a human being. And it goes the other way, too. Oh, man, it's fair time, equal time, man. Equal time. We got the people on the left, right? Just because that's where their beliefs are. That's how they see the world. That's their interpretation of their environment. And these people, the right, they say, man, if you are born, however, you know what? There should be no argument about gay. This is 2017. Pence can kiss my ass. There ain't a gay person that I've ever known who was truly gay. Gay. That person who wants to experiment, none of that. I'm talking about a gay person. You can't give nobody no pill to get rid of how they feel, man, and what they're attracted to. That's stupid. Nobody gave you a pill for you to feel the way you feel about your wife, dumbass. So you can't give a guy a pill not to like guys no more. You understand what I'm saying? Like nobody gave me a pill to love women. You can't give me a pill to make me not love women. I mean, that's some idiot, or take them to a camp, or none of that. That's stupid. And for you guys who believe that, Lord, man, I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Y'all on some BS, man. You believe anything. Anyway, back to the people on the left, man. I feel your pain, right? I do. I understand. I get it. You don't want to be marginalized. You don't want people telling you you're lesser than. You don't want people shunning you. You don't want people stripping your rights and denying you access. I get that. I'm with you. I am you. I feel it. Now, are these people doing it, or is it the system doing it? I mean, because even if homegirl says she ain't going to marry gay people, she ain't got no power, man. She don't run nothing. They put her butt in jail. We ain't heard from her since. I mean, really? Really? Who cares? Live your life. Do your thing. But I feel you, because it has to be hard being whatever you are, whether you are just a black person just trying to go to school and this deck stacked against you. And for some strange reason, somebody thinks, well, equality is giving everybody $100. Yeah, you know what? Giving everybody $100 is fair. It sounds fair, don't it? But it can be unfair. It can be very unfair. Here's how. If you got $1,000 and I give you $100, you got $1,100. But if I give this guy $100 and he has negative 6,000, I haven't really changed his condition, have I? And that's the problem with this new type of minority classification. That's the problem with what people think is fair. Now, there are white people who grew up a certain way and they didn't have it good, man. I'm not saying, I don't give into that whole white privilege thing. I don't. I think the term is bad. Because it's so easy to be manipulated by idiots who just want to manipulate it. So I don't like the term at all. What I could tell you is the country ain't fair for everybody in the same way. It just isn't. It's not about stuff you have more. It's stuff you don't have to worry about. It's that you don't have to always be worried about. For instance, when I go to the people on the right, if you want to know what's wrong with the people on the left, or what's wrong with certain black people, or what's wrong with these people, let me tell you something. When I go to a grocery store and I don't find what I want, I don't like the feeling as I walk out the door, the people are looking at me wondering if I stole something. Even though statistics all show y'all steal too. That you not having that feeling every day of your life is a privilege. I'm not talking about having a bunch of money in the bank. I'm not talking about you went to Harvard. I'm not talking about none of that. No. I'm talking about not having that is a lot. Because how many stores you go to? See, it's little stuff like that. You know, we got to get rid of that term privilege. Get rid of that term. I don't use it. I see people typing stuff. They don't think about what they're typing. They don't put themselves in other people's shoes. Then we got people who make a living off of keeping this crap going, frankly. They're not solving anything. They're not solving anything, and they don't want to solve anything. They want to keep it going. They want to keep the vision going because that's where they found a way to make a living. So they have a vested interest in keeping everybody at each other's throats. And they don't want you to hear Tim Black. No, they don't want you to hear anybody who's talking about uniting people, solving problems. They just want to keep talking to their choir and keeping them afraid and keeping them angry and keeping them hateful, keeping them afraid, keeping them angry, keeping them hateful. And I got a problem with that. And I'm going to call them out. I want to talk a little bit about political correctness. I hate political correctness because I'm a person who likes the reality of a situation, whatever it is. That doesn't mean you get to walk up and call me a nigga. No, that's not what it means. What it means is you get to express yourself. That's all. As I said before, if I take away your right to express yourself, then I lose mine. Get it? So I can't do it, even if I think I want to. Even if I feel like this guy might, for instance, if I think Milo should not be able to say the things he says, I have to let him say it, because if he loses his rights to speak, I lose mine. You know the saying, first they came for the Jews, then they came for the this, then they came for the this, and then when they came for me, there was nobody to help me. You know that saying, right? That's true. I believe it. In my core, I believe you have to stand up for other people even if you disagree with them. One of my favorite comedians is George Carlin. If George Carlin was alive today, he would not be able to tell jokes today because we have an environment that is so politically correct and these people are so butthurt about everything, you can't say anything. We can't even have jokes anymore. And I was using that term butthurt before the whatever people took it and started using it. Before Tommy Loren, when Tommy Loren was still wearing a training bra, I was saying butthurt. And I won't stop saying butthurt because somebody done co-opted. I used to say a lot of other stuff too. I really toned it down. I used to do, boy, you really want to see how Tim Black used to roll, go to my YouTube page, look at some old videos around 2013, 14-ish. Woo! Woo! Yeah, baby. I ain't leave nothing uncovered. Political correctness. It's not that it's, look, we should all be civil. We should all try to respect one another. But even more than respecting one another, there's honesty. Honesty comes before respecting me. Listen, for example, if your wife or your husband cheats on you, it would be respectful for them not to tell you, wouldn't it? That's respectful. Well, I ain't want to hurt you, baby. I would have told you, but what I look like telling you? I'm just hurting you if I tell you that. I lied to you because I love you. Oh, I can't tell him that, girl. He liable to hurt somebody. He might kill the man. Nah, disrespect me. Tell me. That's how I look at it, guys. That's how I see it. Because I should be allowed the information that you're giving, the truth, so that I know what I want to do, how I want to react, who I want to have in my life, who I want to watch, who I don't want to watch, what airline I want to fly, what airline I don't want to fly, what shows I want to show or watch, what clothes I want to wear. But see, we done scared everybody to the point where they say just the right things not to be labeled something. What good is that? I know black folks to this day who think Newport's got poison in them so they can kill off black folks. You didn't know that? That's a lot of black people say that. I know black guys from Southeast D.C. who will smoke Marlboros because they believe that Newport's got something because white people put something in there because they know black people smoke them. They trying to kill black people off. Look, this is real. I'm telling you, this is what stuff people think. But it's not politically correct to tell you that. I want you to know that people think that. I want you to know that there are black people who won't get a flu shot because they still remember what white people did to them with sickle cell, with the Tuskegee Airmen thing, whatever that was. They remember that. I remember that. Every time, you gonna get your flu shot? Nah, I'm good. But it's not politically correct to talk about it. You know? There's some white women right now who shudder, who shake like leaves whenever a black guy walks past them in an elevator. It's not politically correct to talk about it, but you know what? It's the truth. We need to have these conversations. You need to know. I need to know. So maybe I'll stop looking so mean mug and smile at you. Hey, how you doing, lady? And, hey, good to see you. Break the ice because you're afraid. Fear is a natural thing, guys. Being afraid of getting that shot, that flu shot because you don't know what's in it, that's a healthy thing, man. You have a reason to be that way. Based on whatever information you got. Some of it true, some of it false. Same thing with that lady shaking like a leaf. I wish she wouldn't do that. I wish she would realize that, there's bad people all over. But hey, if that's a feeling you have, you're entitled to your feeling. That's what this is about. Political correctness is taking away people's feeling, the ability to be human beings. And that's why people are complaining about it. Progressives, that's why they complain. Because it's a feeling. A feeling is neither right nor wrong. It's a feeling. It's stimuli. And I know everybody's not, it's not that I'm qualified to do brain surgery on people who have these feelings, but hey, at least if we voice them, we can deal with them. But it seems like the way the world wants to be now, the way the country is now, the way they want it, the way they think it works best, is that people have these bad feelings, this toxic thought, this unfounded thing based on lies fed to them in movies, books, music, whatever, that it's okay to keep that in and continue that false belief instead of say the thing, we address the thing, don't take their job, don't take their kids, don't pillage them or ostracize them from society, but try to educate them and tell them the truth. Hey, man, that's not true. It's not true. I think that's the way forward. And I'm not saying I got all the answers. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I know it's not going to be easy. But if we don't start with truth, whatever a person's truth is, well, we can't get anywhere. Right? Because you have no dialogue. Last but not least, I talked about this earlier, but for anybody that missed it. Berkeley University, what happened there, what went on, I don't know how it erupted to what it erupted to. I can tell you right now, I wish I had an opportunity like Milo, where a bunch of people would have me on the news. Wish that'd be great. And I'm trying to tell you guys, you did nothing but make this guy famous. And we got to find a better way to be against something. You don't like the book they put out, put out your own book. You don't like the speech he gave, give your speech. You don't like what that person said, tell me why. That's what you got to do. But damn, man, if somebody hired me to speak, I don't want a bunch of people trying to stop me from speak. You know, like I said, I brought up George Carlin because one of my favorite comedians, him and Richard Pryor, my favorite comedian, wouldn't he be able to be a comedian now? Can't even be a comedian now. You don't think anything's wrong with that? Comedy gets people through life. These people can't even be comedians in this age because everyone's so sensitive. People are rejecting that. I reject that. I'm not saying, I'm sure some people could show me articles or sayings or sound clips from Milo that I would really be, I'll just get that out of here. You know, I'm sure of it. Especially when he ain't really a comedian. You know? But I just don't want to hear it. I don't want to buy his album or his CDs. But I feel that way about a lot of people. I'm tired of hearing Alex Jones talk about FEMA camps and shapeshifters and Skeletor people and snail men and dragon ladies. I'm tired of those lies. Why do people still buy that? Look, I can't make the world the way I want it to be. If I could, I'd get rid of that stuff. Because it just scared the hell out of people. Everybody building a shelter and waiting for the world to end. And watching life passing by. Because they watch this kooky dude make millions of dollars scaring the hell out of them. And they believe it. Same thing with this Savage guy. Savage Nation is, scavenger nation. These guys. And the left is the same. We got people on the left the same way. Where they believe a woman can come up, hit me with a 3-piece, and I don't mean chicken, punch me 3 times in the mouth, bust my lip open, and if I push her and she falls, I'm an unhuman person. I need to go to jail. And this is my new resistance? That's these people who live in this alternate universe where women can't kick butt? Is this these people who carry water for corrupt candidates every day and talk about lesser of two evils and all this crap? That's who I'm supposed to get behind? You want to know what I think about that type of mindset? It's garbage. Those people don't represent real people. They represent an interest. They represent corporations. They represent money, big money. That's what they represent. That's why they keep the lies going, because you know what? The trick to get rich in America is to keep the lie going. There's no money in the cure. There's no money in them solving your high blood pressure, your hypertension, your gout, your cold. What Chris Rock say? There's no money. The money's in the comeback. They don't treat, and that's what they do. They just keep it going. And every once in a while, they do something to make you go, yeah, look at that. Let me go ahead. Ooh, I'm going to act like I'm in pain. I'm act like I'm getting locked up. I'm act like this is going to be real discomfortable. Man, that was already arranged, man. What people been, man? It's all a scam. And I'm tired of people being scammed. That's why I'm doing this show. I'd like to end talking about trolling. See, I have this friend, her name is Claudia Stauber, and I have a bad feeling that she left the internet due to trolling. And I got a real problem with that. I do. You know, if someone has a different opinion than you just unfollow them. People do it to me every day. People leave, people go. People come, people leave. People stay, people turn notifications off, they turn them on. But what you should not do is sit behind your computer safely, not putting yourself out into the real world with a real name, a real face, a real identity, or anything of that measure, and then attack people who put it on the line every day. Respect people who put it on the line every day, man. Even if you disagree with them, you can still respect them. Claudia Stauber is a good human being. She's a great person. Her heart. And I don't think it's right, and I wish I could have spoke to her, and I hope that she gets this. I got your back, and know this. Don't you let nobody steal your joy over no internet beef or no words spoken. You feel me? Because they're not worth it. They're not worth it. But if you don't want to do this, I get it. Maybe you weren't dreaming of doing this when you were 13 years old like I was. Some people got into this because they heard a Bernie speech and they just wanted to grab a mic and say something. Other people like me worked jobs they didn't like for years, hoping one day I'd be able to do what I want to do, which is this, or motivational speaking, or have my own radio show, or have my own talk show. Like, this was a dream from a kid. If this wasn't your dream, I get it. It comes with a lot of drama that you might not want to deal with. But I'm not going to give my dream up because somebody don't like me. Shoot. I ain't going to stop telling my truth because somebody said I didn't get that name right, or you put the "and" before, you put an S without an apostrophe, or whatever garbage somebody, you dropped the I, uh-oh, grammar police. You know, who are these people? Who are these people? Let me introduce you to this thing called women. Sex. Won't you go get some? Because you are really effing with me for no reason. No reason. And I didn't even need to go there. I know a lot of different people watch my show. No, man. Strength and solidarity to anybody out there who's going through the drama of being trolled. Listen, block them. Block them. And mental health and happiness and peace of mind come before anything else. Because if you aren't good, you can't do good. I said if you ain't good, you can't do good. So take care of you. Take a break. I took a break a couple weeks ago. It was just too much. I was getting blamed for everything. I'm like, wow, I'm so powerful. I got Hillary elected by myself. Wow. How'd I do that, man? I wish I knew I had such power. I got Hillary elected all by myself. Woo-wee! Wow, who knew a guy with a basement and a webcam that cost $90 could actually change the outcome of an election? These people think that. Hillary Clinton spent $2.1 billion or $1.2 billion. And really, when you get to the billions, what difference does it make? $1.2 billion. And they got people hounding me as if I changed the election. I keep saying it, man. If I had that power, I'd have a real studio. I wouldn't have to go to RT America with Lee Camp to have a real camera in my face. But hey, this just logic is lost on the dumb. You know what I'm saying? You see, because the stupid is stupid. The dummies will get around. But no, man, I'm running out of points to make here. It's not that I'm against protests, and I know some people don't want to hear. People don't want to hear that. Oh, listen, it's okay to protest anything. I'm for free speech. Protest is free speech. Okay, Milo? That's another thing, Milo. Stop acting like a victim. I don't like that. First of all, I will say one thing about this guy that I don't like, And that's not because I watched a bunch of his speeches and read a bunch of his stuff. I'll tell you this. I don't like his response to the internet about what happened. Like he a victim or something. Dude, who are you fooling? Look, you can't BS'er. You know, I know how to play games if I want to play games. I have it in me. I could BS people if I want to. I just choose not to. But I know Milo's BSing, acting like he a victim. Like he don't know he antagonizes people. He said my job was to piss off Leslie Jones. If he never got to Leslie Jones and got kicked off Twitter, most of us wouldn't know who he is. He did that intentionally. Intentionally. Once you become that guy, you are that guy. Did you go to the Betty Ford Clinic or something and then come out and make a confession that you no longer are a hateful little gay jackass? No. That's what he calls himself. He calls himself worse than that. Okay. Then why would you not expect people to not want you around? You still a guy, Milo. You're still a guy. So you attack a woman who wasn't talking to you and called her, and you lead your people on the person's back and to attack Leslie Jones. What'd you expect? People to embrace you? No, you knew that would help you, and even if you didn't know at the time, as the wave starts rising, you know what you're doing. So I didn't like the fact that Milo acts like he a victim, like, oh, look at me, I'm just trying to have discourse. I just want to talk about things. I want to broaden. My whole thing is, another thing I'm tired of, and I'm gonna tell you this for real, guys. I'm tired of people who don't live in America. Let me finish. Having a lot to say about America. Just for money. Just for money. Well, I came to America thinking this is the place where I could use my First Amendment because we don't have a First Amendment in the UK or whatever he said. I don't know. Dude, you came to start crap. You started crap. Now don't act like you don't know what you did. I hate that. That's something, you know what? That's something I've always hated when people do. Well, hey man, why'd you say that? Say what? What you just said about my mama? I don't know what you mean. I hate that. Yeah, that thing right there that you just did. I don't know what you mean. Why you keep doing that to me? Doing what? I hate people like that who never know what they did. I respect the guy that says, yeah, I came to shake it up, and that's what I'm doing, and I won't take it back. But don't act like a punk. Don't act like you don't know what you're doing, man. Don't act like you are a victim, like everybody's attacking you, and you have no idea why. You write stuff to get people pissed off, so it will help you. I know the game. Why are you lying to people? So people on the right or left, or people who are like Milo, man, look, keep it real. Keep it real with yourself. If you won't keep it real with nobody else, keep it real with yourself. And know this. The guy is intentional. He getting his wish right now. Right now, he's smoking a fat joint, drinking some vodka, laid up with a boyfriend, laughing. He's not somewhere crying, talking about his rights have been infringed upon and how disappointed he is in America. He's happy right now. He got what he wants. You understand? So let's grow up. Let's grow up. If you in college, grow up. Grow up now. Let's all be big boys and girls. Let's pull our boxes up, pull our panties up, whatever we need to do, get dressed, and walk out into this world as grown-ups and stop acting like children who don't know when they being played. No, that's not even a good one. They're playing what's that Benny Hill music? So whimsical. Yeah, a black man know the word whimsical. Well, look, guys, that's all I was thinking. That's a lot of stuff I was thinking. Hope the volume is not butt cheeks. Hope that you can hear it. Hope that it's audible, pleasing to the ear. Everybody on Facebook, everybody on YouTube, man. I mean well. I may be mean, but I'm meaningful. And I'm never paid to tell you a certain thing. It's really what I believe. So if you disagree with me, at least I'm not a lying sack of crap. I may be wrong about something, but I'm never a liar. I had no reason to lie. I think social justice warriors, what this thing has become, it's gone too far. When you can't make a joke to a friend, when you can't make a play on words, when you can't express yourself, it's gone too far. I say that. I mean it. If everything that comes out your mouth is meant to put down other people, if you are so caught up in race, religion, gender, orientation, whatever, where you are grouping people into groups and demonizing them, then you are wrong. And you've gone way too far. So that's it. I'm Tim Black. Go see me at timbblacktv.com. There's going to be more to come. Tomorrow is your day, right? Tomorrow is your day. Tomorrow is Freedom of Speech Friday. So you can call up. You can disagree with something I said. See how that works? You can call up and disagree with me, and you'll get 1, 2, 3 minutes. Not 5 anymore because we got to get more callers in. You call in tomorrow on my show, and you get to talk. And it's going to go on iTunes. It's going to go on Stitcher Radio. It's going to go on YouTube. We're going to play it live on Facebook and Blog Talk Radio. You'll be on 5 platforms speaking your mind. See, I believe the future of social media and the future of the internet, the future of this thing I do, which is commentary, right? Social commentary, analysis, whatever you want to call it, punditry, whatever it is conversations. So let's continue the conversation tomorrow. You can comment in the comment section, have at it. But tomorrow, especially my people who got the most to say, call up. And better yet, make a video. Peace.
Coffee. What's in black?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I am. Coffee. What's in black?
Let me give a couple shout-outs. Shout out to Ralph Ranch, Truth Frequency, Natalie Williams, Pat Hacker, Cinema Writer, Rusty Cromwell, Jilly Love, Pat DeCambra, Diane Gatley, Angel Tibbs, Roseanne Monterama, Kristen Cabs, Carmelina Foutois, Ava Childs, Harry Rankin, Natalie Williams, Jenny Lynn, Freedom Fighter 57, Ariel Rose Music, and my people on Facebook to not be forgotten. We have the great Jennifer Vickers in the house. Love you, Jennifer. Steve Wolfbrandt, my man. What's up, brother? Social Dialogue. You're right, Mark. Mark, good to see you. Mark Angel, Daniel Wright. Finally, the video was frozen. It was frozen. Sorry about that, guys. Mary Jane Smith Cook. The whole crew on Facebook World, Facebook Island. Stephanie Chateau. Bob of Atlantis, you the man, brother. David Duke, I love you, not the name, but you're still cool with me, brother. Kinda. New York Nightingale. Wouldn't it suck? Like, I could have a band name too, like Edie Amin. Man, I'd change it, though. I'd change that. Adolf is also a bad name. Cinema Writer, peace. Shout out to my man, Iron Man Oz, Bon Kim. Bon Kim is making videos now. Type in E Bon Kim, but the E is silent. Bon Kim. Check out Bon Kim, man. He gave a great breakdown of money. And guys, before you leave, somebody won a t-shirt. Somebody won a t-shirt. And I want to announce the name of the person who won a t-shirt because last week, well, was it Friday? When was it? Tuesday. Was it Tuesday? God, I don't know. Last time I had a show, I said if you donated $5 to the show, the first person to do so would win a t-shirt. And you know what? I'll announce it tomorrow. How about that? Because I can't look it up now. But I know who the winner is. The winner will be announced on the show tomorrow. And, yeah, I will be contacting you to send you your free t-shirt. See, we got to start having some more fun around here, man. The world is depressing enough. We need some fun. All right, guys. Peace. See y'all on the next one tomorrow. All right, man. Oz.